22nd meeting of the Rome City Commission. We begin every meeting with an invocation and pledge to the flag, and this evening I'm going to ask Commissioner Wayne Robinson to do that for us. Commissioner Robinson.
Before we start the prayer, I just wanted to speak just a minute about a really wonderful lady that we lost in Rome, Ann Culpepper. She was a Rome city historian. I'm going to read just a little excerpt. For years, she has been the person people have turned to and for information for some of the most important places in the city. From her volunteer days at East Rome High School and later Rome High School, she was a chaperone on many school field trips, guiding tours of Broad Street, Myrtle Hill, City Clock, and various areas of town. She started giving tours when she was asked to fill in for an original tour guide, and it just kind of led from there. She just continued on. But one of her little quotes was, "I used to tease Mr. John Bennett that when I died, I was going to be cremated, and I want my ashes to be mixed with paint and painted on the inside wall of the clock." So she was a wonderful historian, beautiful lady. So before we start the prayer, I'd like to ask for just a quick moment of silence for Ms. Culpepper, as well as Charlie Kirk, who we lost a great citizen in our country. So just a quick moment. Thank you, Lord, for the life of Ms. Culpepper and Charlie Kirk, a man that really connected with so many of the youth in our high schools and colleges and led them to you. He touched so many lives all around the world with his unwavering love for his love, the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Help us all to continue his movement to begin a revival in this country, to bring the lost and the non-believers to you, and to remove the extreme mindset that the only solution to any difference of opinion is with violence. And also, Lord, thank you for bringing all these people here together tonight. Help us make the right decisions for our city, but most of all, help us make the right decisions that honor you. We ask in your precious name. Amen. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Clerk, if you will, call the roll.
Yes, sir. Mayor McDaniel.
Here.
Commissioner Bojo.
Here.
Brock. Here. Cochran.
Here.
Beeman.
Here.
Dawes.
Here.
Quick.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
Robinson.
Here.
Thank you. You've all received the minutes of the September 8th, 2025 meeting of the Rome City Commission. We will approve those by common consent. We have one proclamation tonight, National Physician Assistant Week. I'm going to call on Commissioner Mark Cochran to read that proclamation. If anyone is here from that group, if you would come forward and let us present that.
She was a good one for sure.
Nice to meet you. Well, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. Come on over here.
Come on up front, if you will, and face that way. Thank you.
First of all, thank you all for being here. And this is fantastic. So I'll go ahead and read it. City of Rome, Georgia proclamation, whereas quality, cost-effective, and patient-centered health care is essential to the well-being and quality of life of all individuals in Rome, Georgia, and whereas physician associates and assistants, PAs, are nationally certified and state-licensed medical professionals who diagnose illness, develop and manage treatment plans, prescribe medications, and often serve as a patient's principal healthcare provider. And whereas PAs are trusted providers and vital members of the healthcare team, enhancing access to high-quality care in primary care settings, hospitals, rural communities, and underserved areas, and whereas PAs delivered compassionate, expert care, often serving as the first point of contact for patients and empowering individuals and families to be active participants in their own health, and whereas PAs provide critical care across a broad range of medical specialties, including addressing the growing demand for behavioral and mental health services, offering compassionate, evidence-based care to individuals and families in need, and whereas PAs are committed to addressing health disparities, expanding access, and providing team-based, person-centered care across every medical specialty and setting, and whereas PAs have earned the respect of patients and colleagues alike for their clinical excellence, adaptability, and deep dedication to the communities they serve. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Craig McDaniel, Mayor, along with the Rome City Commission, do hereby proclaim October 6th through 12th, 2025 as National Physicians Assistant Week. Thank you. If one of you would like to speak, you're welcome to go to the podium and say a few words.
Thank you all for doing this for us and for acknowledging physician assistants and physician associates in the city of Rome. My name is Victoria Galloway. I am the PA Program Director for the new PA program at Berry College. Yeah, we're very excited. I'm also a Georgia Association of Physician Associates House of Delegates representative to the American Academy of Physician Associates. We have with us tonight one of our student representatives from the very first cohort at Berry College, Reagan Thomas. Dean Hughes is with us as well, who oversees the PA program. And then we have a representative with us, Jeff McEver from Harbin Atrium, who is a PA, as well as from Advent. We have Amanda Harris, who is a cardiology PA there and also a Berry alum. So we are very, very grateful for this and for y'all acknowledging this. PAs, National PA Week was started to acknowledge the very first class of PAs that graduated from Duke University in 1967. There were 4 graduates. They were Navy corpsmen that graduated from Duke. And the idea of the PA profession, which many of you may be aware, is to increase access to care and to meet patients where they are. And I think over the last 50 plus years, going on 60 years, we definitely have done that. In the state of Georgia, we have over 7,000 certified licensed PAs practicing in this state. And Berry is trying to do its part to increase access to care in a state where we have great need. And we are definitely looking at a deficit with providers in many areas in this state. And so just with our first cohort of 28 students, if you can imagine in 2 years, each of them seeing approximately 25 patients a day, over the year, that's about 6,000 visits, okay? And 28 students, that comes close to 170,000 visits that we can bring, patient encounters. And so we very much are trying to do our part, and we appreciate y'all acknowledging the PAs and what we're trying to do for our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mayor, I think it'd be a great idea to keep a PA at our meetings.
We're getting a little gray around the temples. I think it's a great idea. We have one resolution. We had no registered guest. We have a resolution tonight. I'm going to call on our city manager, Sammy Rich.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And what is before us tonight is a recommendation from the Rome Redevelopment Agency to approve a tax allocation district funding request, and that's for Mr. Ira Levy and his project at 258 North Fifth Avenue, and that was formerly the old Romcom building and has been beautifully remodeled. And what comes before us tonight is simply an ask of $500,000 that would be funded over a 10-year period. And as we talked about earlier in caucus, this particular redevelopment district will sunset in 2035. So there is a finite amount of time left for this project to receive revenue. And if the project value does not substantiate the equivalent of 500,000 over 10 years, then it could come up short. And so nonetheless, it's an exceptional project and appears to meet all of the requirements of our redevelopment powers that spell out our TAD policies and procedures. And it does come to us with a recommendation, a unanimous recommendation of approval from the Rome Redevelopment Agency. And so should you all want to take action on this tonight, we would simply need action on the resolution, and the accompanying documents would be included, but all as one motion.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Bojo,
Yes.
Brock. No. Cochran,
No.
Beeman,
Yes.
Doss,
Yes.
Quick,
Yes.
Collins,
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Passes, yes, sir, Mr.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Levy, for your investments in our community. We also have a resolution to close a portion of North Broad Street Extension.
Samantha.
Commissioner Quick, are you going to read that?
Be it resolved, the Rome City Commission hereby the same to close part of North Broad Street
You
Extension.
don't have to read the whole thing. We
Okay.
can just say we have the resolution.
Is a resolution to close this portion that has the adjoining property owners of St. Simon's Trading Company, Kartik Patel, and Burwell Creek Apartment LLC for $1 and other good and valuable consideration.
We've read the resolution. We've all seen the resolution. And I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Bojo,
Yes.
Brock. Yes. Cochran,
Yes.
Beeman,
Yes.
Doss,
Yes.
Quick,
Yes.
Collins,
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Motion carries. We have nothing on first reading. On second reading, we have the Chuck Sennett, the third Memorial Amphitheater public consumption of alcohol, and I believe that comes from General Administration, Commissioner Doss.
Yes, this is an ordinance to amend the code of the city of Rome, and particularly Chapter 14, Article 1, and more particularly Section 14-3 thereof to provide for exceptions for drinking any intoxicating beverage at the Chuck Sennett III Memorial Amphitheater, to repeal conflicting provisions and for other purposes. That is my motion. Thank you.
Comes in the form of a motion.
Yes, that is my motion.
We have a motion. Need a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion?
Just ask the question, that means that now the amphitheater is gonna be a wet?
That is correct. If they go through the proper permitting process, they can serve alcohol at events. But it's not just like a bar.
Make sure I'm understanding this. It's gonna be a wet grounds, but you're gonna have to not just walk up with a drink. You got to actually go through the process of having someone with license be ready to use those grounds. Did this not go through the alcohol control commission?
No, it came through general administration. And Joe, do you want to address that question?
Yes, sir. This is actually not an amendment to the alcohol ordinance, even though it involves alcohol. It's an amendment to our prohibited acts section, because basically our city code says that you can't be consuming alcohol on public property except, and there's a long list of exceptions. This is probably number 20, give or take, on the list. But as you pointed out, it's not just a free rein for anyone to walk over to this amphitheater in this case and to sit down and have a beer. It's only applicable when the amphitheater has been rented, and it'll be rented and managed through our Greater Rome Convention and Visitors Bureau. So the facility has to be rented, has to be a recognized event, and the use of glass containers is prohibited. Unlike most of the places in the city where alcohol can be consumed on public property, this particular site does not belong to the city, it belongs to Floyd County, and they made that request of us.
This is not part of the open container, downtown open
No.
container.
No, it is not within the public consumption boundaries.
Okay.
I would just make the comment that it's very hard, especially when you got a provisionless exterior, to conduct business by gathering with someone that holds the alcohol license. You gotta bring them involved with something that they have no inkling as to what your business is there, to actually use their license and to get it okay through the clerk office. And then they either come there and have to serve or have people that's legally able to serve. It may not have a thing in the world to do with your function. It just seems like it's a backwards way of doing business. It's an amphitheater. It should be open for anybody. Downtown is right there. I cannot see why. I thought when we had the conversation it was going to be part of the downtown open policy. You wouldn't know how hard it is for someone to even know all of those rules and regulations. But I gotta go and search out somebody that got an alcohol license, because I'm not one, a holder. I gotta pay them, or either let them lend me their license, gotta go to the clerk office, get that okay, and then they gotta have people there with IDs of their company. It just seems like it's a handicap. It just don't make a whole lot of sense.
Joe, would this not be very similar to the same policies if somebody rents the Rome Civic Center on Jackson Hill?
It is. We have a lot of city-owned properties where alcohol can be consumed. Now, let's keep in mind, what the action before you tonight is just to allow alcohol to be consumed there. Getting a license and selling alcohol is a different matter, obviously. There could be a function at this facility like First Friday, for example, where people are allowed to bring their own alcohol, where alcohol is not sold. In that case, no one needs a license, but by adding this facility to the list, that could happen, okay?
You can have a family reunion there and bring your own alcohol and just,
Is that what you say?
That's,
as long as you're not selling it.
that's the type of event that is occurring there, yes, sir.
Let me make sure I'm clear. So if I want to have an event there, and I'm not going to charge for alcohol, I can bring my alcohol, and it can be distributed, they can drink.
If you rented the facility, for example, you
Yes.
rented the facility and you have someone play there, say it's a jazz act, for
Yes.
example, and it's open to the public and people want to bring their own, that'd be allowed, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just keep,
I got a couple questions. Is there a charge for the permit?
If alcohol is sold, someone has to have a license. There is a charge for that. There's two ways alcohol can be sold. Either it's a licensed establishment can get a permit for a fee to sell away from their place of business on that specific day, at the local license and a state license. The other alternative for selling is for a 501c3 nonprofit organization to get that same one-day permit from the city and the state. So a license/permit has to be in hand anytime alcohol is sold.
But is there a charge for the permit?
Yes, sir, there is.
How much? I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, I can tell you, the city commission has adopted a sliding scale depending on the size of the venue. The lowest price would be $30 for beer, $30 for wine, $60 for liquor. It goes up from there if it's an event where there's more than 500 people, say something at Ridge Ferry Park, then the fee goes up to $250, $250, and $500. So, but a small venue like that, I would see them being, paying the 30, and 60 for a beer, wine, and liquor pouring license.
One other question. Where the amphitheater sits, how big of an area around the amphitheater does that permit cover?
The county has got that delineated, and it's the river, the walkway, and I think maybe where the walkway ties in to the Ridge Ferry Park Trail. That small piece of ground.
Thank you.
And just keep in mind that this is public property, and we're making an additional exception. There was a day that we had no exceptions, and so I think we're doing the right thing, and you want the process to be a little bit rigorous so you don't have chaos.
Joe, is it all right to, leaving that event, I got my cup with me, am I gonna be able to walk right up to the bank, come down Broad Street with that cup, you thinking?
No, not at this time.
Where does the district start at?
Well, I wish I had my map with me, because I
I think outside of City Hall would be the closest point. I think outside here at 6
They
would be the
gotta make it
closest.
that 30, 40, 50 feet,
this
be
city,
safe.
this commission has certainly got the ability to amend that plan, expand
Yes,
those boundaries to wherever you all want them.
And I think, Commissioner, I do think that'll be something our Downtown Development Authority will take up, considering we've got a new establishment and a new hotel up top of the hill, so there could be reasons to revisit the open container district.
Wayne said we better chuck it.
I do have one more question. The permit holder, whoever it is, whoever she is, he is, whatever, are they going to be, is it going to be mandatory or for police to be there while the alcohol is being served?
Well, that's a good question. I think it's safe to say that the policy of the Convention and Visitors Bureau, that if there's an event there, especially if alcohol is involved, and maybe if alcohol is even not involved, they will require security.
Thank you.
Can you serve alcohol on Sunday morning? Like if somebody wanted to have a church event out there and they say they're a particular denomination like to serve alcohol, could they have alcohol at the amphitheater at 9:30 in the morning?
No, sir, they could, starting at 11.
Okay, so Sundays after 11, and then a Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock, good to go? Okay. And then the cutoff time?
Let's see, well, let me back up. Actually, beer consumption can be poured as early as 7 a.m. I think that was put in place a long time ago for the third shift folks.
Okay.
Liquor is later. I think liquor is 9 o'clock. Pouring 7 nights a week has to stop by 1:30 a.m.
Okay,
Consumption ending by 2.
thank you.
Good job, Joe.
This has been very informative. Any other discussion? We have a motion and a second. Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Sir. Commissioner Bojo?
No.
Brock? Yes. Cochran?
Yes.
Beeman?
I'm going to abstain because I was part of the conversation with the library, and I represent the city on the library board.
Ma'am? Commissioner Doss?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes?
Robinson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. We have nothing continued on first reading. We do have a public hearing.
Good evening. So this is for the property at 108 Calhoun Avenue, Rome, Georgia, 30161, Floyd County, tax parcel J13P004, and the applicant is requesting to rezone from community commercial up to high-density traditional residential. He wants to rezone the property to protect the existing home. Your map shows the property in question outlined in red, and then this property next to it will have to be rezoned later.
Does he own it as well?
Yes, he owns it as well. This is the zoning map that shows the property zoned as community commercial, and that's his application. That were taken by our planning director, Bryce. Note that the fence is out of compliance with our code, so it will have to, an application will have to be submitted to make that lower to 4 feet. And then the planning commission voted to approve, and staff recommendation was to approve.
Curious why he didn't put both parcels in.
I'm not sure why he didn't put both parcels in there.
This is going from community commercial to residential?
The area surrounding is also high-density traditional residential.
That's what he's asking for this to go back to, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll now open the public hearing. Is anyone here to speak in favor of the proposal? If you will, give us your name and address, please.
Jonathan Itzep, 108 Calhoun. Well, the address of the place. I didn't know it was a partial. Thought I was submitting for the whole thing.
You just want to do this to live in the parcel?
Yeah,
to
yeah,
live
yeah.
in the home?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Is anyone here to speak in opposition? I'll now close the public hearing, entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion?
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Commissioner Bojo?
Yes. Yes.
Brock? Yes. Cochran?
Yes.
Beeman?
Yes.
Dawes?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
You're approved. Congratulations. Good luck. Mr. Clark,
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Manager,
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Attorney. No report, Mr. Mayor. Under my time during caucus, we went into executive session to discuss litigation. Commissioner Collins made the motion to go into executive session. It was seconded by Commissioner Doss. Commissioner Robinson made the motion to come out. It was seconded by Commissioner Quick. No actions were taken. The purpose was to discuss litigation. In the form of announcements, the Rome-Floyd County Development Authority meeting has been rescheduled to meet tomorrow at 9 a.m. at 800 Broad Street. The Georgia Municipal Association will hold its District 1 Fall meeting Tuesday, September the 23rd, which is tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Forum River Center. And the Joint Services Committee between the city and the county will meet on Tuesday, October the 21st at 10:30 a.m. in the Sam King Room. Commissioner Bojo.
I got a couple of things. First of all, Mr. Mayor, the Community Redevelopment Committee meeting that was scheduled for September 24th has been canceled. And the Finance Committee meeting scheduled for September 24th is being moved to a later date. Also, I have a motion that I'd like to present before the commission. And this motion is to accept, for everybody that was in caucus today, we heard Mr. Boyd speak of the bids that were open for the Burwell Creek project. And I would like to make a motion that the commission accept the bid that was made by KM Davis Contracting for $7.9 million.
Okay, have a motion, need a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Sir, Commissioner Bojo?
Yes.
Brock? Yes. Cochran?
Yes.
Beeman?
Yes.
Doss?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes,
Robinson?
Yes.
That motion carries. Anything else, Commissioner Bojo?
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, that concludes my report.
Commissioner Brock?
Yes, Public Safety Committee meeting will be Tuesday, September 23rd, 2 o'clock in the Sam King Room. And Tourism Committee will meet Wednesday, September 24th at 11:45, and that location is changed to the Chamber. That's all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Cochran?
No report, Mr. Mayor, but I would like to say that great work to everybody who had any hands to do with the clock tower. I think it looks fantastic. Hope we can have a ribbon cutting and celebration soon. Thank you.
Commissioner Bojo?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, I did miss one, Water and Sewer. We'll meet on Thursday, October 2nd, 9 a.m. in Sam King Room. Thank you.
But Finance Committee.
Finance has been
Beeman?
postponed.
Commissioner Beeman?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I wanted to share that Keep Rome Floyd Beautiful Commission will meet on Thursday, September the 25th at 4:00 p.m. at the Eco Center. And this past Saturday, Advent Health Redmond partnered with Keep Rome Floyd Beautiful and the Tread to bring this area back to its former glory, and it was really nice. We painted. Harry came out. I got to see him pedal on his little tread bike, and and they brought their families out, and it was really a unity project, and it looks really good. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Commissioner Doss?
Thank you, Mayor. Under Committee on Committees, I'd like to place on first reading 3 names. Angie O'Neill and Meredith Norris to the ULDC Board of Adjustments, and also one of our leading Rome citizens, reappoint Sam Moss to the Historic Preservation Committee. I'd like to place that on first reading. Thank you. And under, I'll just mention, in addition to Commissioner Cochran's remarks, under landmarking, maybe our most famous landmark is our city clock or clock tower, and it just looks first class, and I would ask maybe if our city clerk, Joe Smith, would make a comment.
Well, yes, sir, I agree. It does. It looks great. You know, the project's been going on for a while. And even though it's taking a little longer than we all hoped, to me, it was a get-it-done-right project versus a get-it-done quickly. A very specialized project, and we had a low number of bidders for that. But I agree, it looks great, especially with all the many layers of paint removed. The detail is now sharp. Of course, the face and the new hands look great. I think with one adjustment to our lights at night to get a little better illumination on the face, it'll be close to perfect.
Thank you so much for your help.
Yes,
That's
sir.
my report. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner Doss. Commissioner Quick?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have from the Solid Waste Commission a couple of approvals that are going to be necessary. First, the City of Rome recycling deficit for the second quarter, April through June, a total of $36,530.46. Cost of doing business. And also the Solid Waste Commission recycling deficit, second quarter, April through June, also $36,530.46. We want to make those aware to let everyone know how much it costs for these services. And that comes in a motion to approve these two invoices.
And that's just the additional, that's not the
Yes,
cost.
that's quarterly additional.
The quarterly additional.
So that is not the total cost, that's just the city's
That's the
portion.
overrun.
The city's portion of the additional cost.
Second,
That comes in the form of a motion. I need a second, then we can have some discussion. So we do have a second? Okay. Any discussion?
As we have brought up before, I think that's a deep dive for us to look into the recycling aspect of this. If this is something that continues as is, if it goes to a different model of centralized recycling centers to eliminate the daily trucks pickup, but I would like to see us really entertain options or a way to reduce the overall cost of that.
I mean, not to be forward, but, you know, it's $36,000. We just gave $50,000 in tax relief to somebody. In addition to that, we're sitting, if I remember right, last time I looked at it, it's about $9 million in our solid waste fund, rainy day fund. And I know that we use that to roll over to eventually pay for a new landfill. But with that being said, if it's making, I don't know, 3.5% or 4% interest, that's around $360,000 a year. So, you know, recycling can be paid for if we want it to be paid for. It's just a thought.
those random spots that we use for recycling around the city years ago was not just being used for recycling. It was ugly. So we went through this a great deal back when we was creating this here, and then we got those bins. I thought they've been working pretty good, but it's always a good chance to look.
All I have.
Have a motion and a second. If there's no more discussion, Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Sir. Commissioner Bojo?
Yes.
Rock?
Yes.
Cochran?
Yes.
Beeman?
Yes.
Dawes?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes?
Robinson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Commissioner Quick, you have other items?
Yes, Public Works Traffic Transit Trails Committee will meet on Wednesday, October 8th, 10 a.m. in the Sam King Room. Rome-Floyd County Planning Commission will meet on Thursday, October 2nd, 2:30 p.m. here in the commission chambers. And I do want to just kind of touch back on something. We were talking about GMA holding the District 1 fall meeting tomorrow in the forum. That was per a GMA request. They were here earlier for the spring meeting, and the forum made such a great impression that they approached us and said, can we please come back for the fall meeting and do it there, because Rome was such a great place to go.
That is tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
What time?
It starts at 11 o'clock. That's all I have, Mr.
Commissioner
Mayor.
Collins?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Northwest Georgia Regional Commission, we did meet this past Thursday. Had a spirited meeting. It was very nice. We had a forum and everything. I can tell you, there was a lot of talk for the region. Probably gonna be, I wouldn't say vanguarded, but it's gonna be a lot of times that these here different cities and counties is gonna be approached about adding data centers to their county. Rome County is not an exception. It's already a great deal of talk and agreements in place to bring these data centers here to Rome and Floyd County. And I can also tell you that on October the 2nd, it's going to be a meeting off of Charleston at the Tarbert Park area. It's a church out there. And, Jamie, the name of that church is what?
I believe Park Ridge Baptist, as I recall.
Park Ridge
Baptist.
Baptist, that's where it's gonna be held at 5:30 that evening. So anyone under the sound of my voice or need more information at all, the community out there has asked that this take place, and there's a lot of interest has been showed that people are gonna be coming and, seeking information about these here data centers. And what I understand from Mr. Manager, you want to tell us again about the commission trip?
Yes, sir. So Kelly has worked diligently to coordinate with our counterparts down in the city of Douglasville so that the goal is to be able to get as many of the city commission who will be able to go down and take a look and see what we can learn. And they've got quite a few data centers, and they even have taken on the process of creating some local ordinances in that community. So they seem to have a pretty good grasp of kind of the pros and cons and how they work and what the impact has been. So I'm hoping we can learn a good bit from our site visit.
That's all I have on that, Mr. Mayor. Parks and Rec, no report.
Thanks, sir. Commissioner Robinson?
Mr. Mayor, the only thing I've got is on the Downtown Development Authority. I sat in last week on the retreat that they had and had a lot of good information, a lot of good, Samantha, she left. Samantha sat in as a kind of facilitator of the meeting and did a fantastic job, she and Ethan. But they had a lot of good ideas that they're throwing out, a lot of good things, but one of the things that kind of came out of that was a little more direction of what they need to be doing as far as responsibilities of DDA. One thing came up about the parking deck, that they look after it, but they don't get any money from it, and they were hoping to see if they can get some money back into their budget for kind of overseeing that. And but anyway, it was a good meeting. A lot of good things came out of that, and I think we'll hear more going forward. But the Downtown Development Authority will meet Thursday, October the 9th at 8:30 over in the Milner Building. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
One other thing, Mr. Mayor, if I may ask. Those guys, I guess, have been around here for quite some time, like me and Jamie, and I get jealous a little bit of Harry, them going to these GMA meetings and stuff and keeping the numbers going. Tell me, what is it like these days and time going to the different cities like LaGrange and others? Did you guys just come back from LaGrange?
Wayne was there Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I stayed for that Leadership Institute through Saturday. And anyway, got a chance to get out and check out their trail system that they have that kind of meanders all the way through the town till I had a flat on the furthest away from where I'd started. But anyway, yeah, it's always, to me, it's always great to go to these other cities, see what they're doing, see what we're doing, kind of compare what's going on, and have an opportunity to talk to folks from other communities around the state.
It was held at the Great Wolf Lodge, and I was in meetings, and Harry was at the water park most of the day. Just joking. It was a good time, though. It was good meetings, and I came away with a lot, and of course, Harry had another one after I left. But those were great meetings and very helpful.
I want to mention Doug Walker's back. Doug had a bad bout with COVID, and we're glad to have you back, Doug. I miss you on the radio when you're not there. I learn more about the city of Rome listening to you on the radio than I do being on the commission. So it's good to have you back. And in caucus tonight, we have an effort working with the homeless. And Molly Majestic and Kelly Ledford, our law enforcement folks, do a great job, and we had a success story. Harry is our resident commissioner that knows more about the homeless population than all of us combined, but we're making some progress. It's baby steps, but we were able to get one of our regular homeless guys into permanent housing or into housing. I don't know if it's permanent out at Northwest Georgia Regional or the Housing Authority with a partnership we have. I think we're about to have another one out there. But it's just a day-by-day effort. And these are human beings, these are people that we're working with, and we're doing the best we can. We have a lot of people in the community that work with a homeless situation. And we just, city can only do so much, but I appreciate the job that everybody does. Molly and Kelly have a true heart for this, and we're making some progress. Nobody has anything else, we're adjourned. Thank you.